see what. If it's running.
It's on quickening, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's live.
Okay, that's
Live.
calm. That's calm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. All praises to Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Rakam,
The one is the elder apostles, the great millstone, the rule well, and shalom to all the brothers, the hopeful elect, pushing his word to the four corners. Yeah, we're just back here again, just, gonna get into the scriptures, get into the lessons, maybe touch a bit of news, because, now we're in it's a time of prophecy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Prophecy's flying off the handle, always seeing this, like, every week, Monday something's popping off. Wednesday, you don't even remember what was popping off. Monday, something else is popping off.
Yeah.
Then just before camp on a Saturday, it's like, big things are happening, man. You had what's her name? Renee Good, I think it was.
Yeah.
Get laid down by ICE last week. And then this week, you already got...
Alex Pirelli.
Yeah. The next guy getting laid down.
Yeah, you get laid out.
They're saying like, it's like, oh, you had a gun, but it's like, you should watch the footage. My man is like 7 men just pinned him, just took him out. And... They'll as soon as that happened, they'll justify it immediately, showing that what they're looking to do is that like ICE they're meant to be finding migrants, but why is it like you ain't even heard about migrants getting killed, immigrants getting killed?
Well, it's turned on the actual citizens.
Yeah, 2 citizens already dead. Like what's going on with
Well,
that?
there was one brother. I was with a brother yesterday. He showed me a social media clip. It was like one of the Spanish-speaking tribes, and he goes, and I got something after as well. There's one of the Spanish-speaking tribes, and he's like, basically, he goes, he put himself in like single plats, like to pretend like he's black, so ICE don't get in. He's like a dark-skinned Spanish-speaking tribe, and he said, niggas will make a meme out of anything. Jake will make 2/3 in particular, not serious about anything. People are actually dying and all that. And he said, I'm pretending to be like FDA Foundational Foundational Black America, FBA, to not get caught by ICE. And he put himself in like single plats. It was like I found that comedic. But bro, that's the reality. But the thing is now the ICE is actually even going after Negro Americans that's been there for years. It's no different. You're one people, man. They're just killing all the citizens. That's the point. They're killing. It ain't about immigration. It's about the population control. The mark of the beast. It's about getting people in line, man.
It's about the chaos.
It's about the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
But see, whenever you see it in Europe or you see it in Babylon, immigration issues, bro, there's really a bigger picture. It always turns on the public. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that ye have but a short time.
Yeah, the devil's coming down with great wrath, and that's the thing is it's a short time. Now's the time everything's accelerating, and it's basically just non-stop. Because the thing even with Trump getting his first term, when he got in, like things didn't even move as swiftly like back in 2016 when that happened. Things were happening, but it took more of a process of time. But then with this one, it's like the guy came in and it was like a whole new world within a month.
Well, what's that saying? Things that don't happen within years and then in days, decades happen.
Yeah.
That saying, right? So that's true. But why is it, you know what? I've got something on that point actually. Can I read that quick?
Yeah.
You still got more?
No, that's finished, bro.
Just a quick one. For Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the point is the Lord speeding the decades in months spirit. Bro, things are happening. What did they just say? They just said the Armada's going to Iran, to the Persian Gulf and all that. Where are the doors of this, bro?
Mulling over, taking
they basically, and we said, listen, man, no matter what their fucking media will tell you, prophecy tells you they're going to invade Iran. The war with Iran is going to kick off. It ain't nothing that's going to die down. They do want a piece of Iran, but what does the scripture says? That there's going to be a guard to Iran. which is who? Russia, China, the allies. That is the spirit, bro. It's gonna happen, man. And we told you when that goes down is when things are gonna get sped up, and that's why prophecy. We said that years ago. That's why this is speeding up, man. The Lord is shortening these days for the elect's sake. Is he really hearing our cries, man? He's speeding the end of this system up.
Precept.
Go ahead.
Since you mentioned that, this is Ezekiel 38:1. It says, "And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord," right? It says, Yahweh, it says, "Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal." Which that goes into what? Well, Gog, Magog, that goes into what? Russia. The chief prince. In fact, Russia. Exactly.
Prince,
Yeah, because it's Hebrew. You know, Elder Apostle Tahar brought it out. You know, Ra'ash meaning chief. You know, head chief, and then you got Shah meaning prince. You know, the chief prince.
And the whole Magog and Gog and Magog, that is like goes back to Japhet, but it's parabolic because what? Who's in those lands now?
Today, yeah.
Do you get it?
Russia.
The Russians, which are another sect of Edomites, but you see, Russia was never part of the Roman Empire. Russia was like one of those no man lands, but like they're crazy, basically. They can't be contained by the Western. They will never contained by Rome. Shows you that's why the Russian crackers are different to the Western crackers. Even though a lot of them we know are jakes, a lot of them are jakes too, but they're whole different, bro. Russia's basically. What applies in the West don't apply there. They've always been at odds, you know. So they're gonna be they're big part of prophecy of collapsing America.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's starting economically too.
Oh yeah,
look at the BRICS.
Oh yeah,
you got Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and now they got this whole BRICS unit, which is a digital currency, and it's backed by 40% gold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're making move in terms of economic strides. The Western dollar's done. That's why the price of silver's shooting up, because the fiat currency, the belief in it is done. It's dwindled. It's finished.
These fucking devils in the West, man. We're gonna say it, man. These Edomites I'm sorry, bro. No. These fucking Rothschilds, bro. They fucked everyone over. They stole all of that. These wicked elites over here. You see, because remember Gaddafi. He wanted to make a gold union. He wanted to do exactly. He wanted to fuck with gold and spread it around the Middle East and Africa and all that. A conglomerate. And what did they do with him? They got him out of there. And he was on that from generations. The FRNs are a fucking joke, man. The gold and silver's been stolen.
That's right.
And who did all that? The wicked elites, man. You know, and even the land, basically what really matters has been stolen by them. Land, gold, wealth. Because even the Titanic was like a big hit. The Titanic, that was people. The stories come out about it. How really that was a demons. Those I want to sort that out. It's them pipe works, man. The Titanic was a big inside hit, and there was I can't remember the guy's name. I'll Google it in a second, but. He was on the boat that they killed, and he was like a landowner in America that owned a lot of like the mortgages and the paperwork. And once he was gone, straight after the Titanic hit, I believe shortly after that, the Federal Reserve was opened. Shortly after that, on Jekyll Island.
I think it was a year later.
A year later, bro.
I think it's 1960.
So after that big hit where wealthy people got killed, all of a sudden the Federal Reserve was opened, and they called it the Federal Reserve, but it was really a private system. They made it. They had to give it a name where it was for the public. It wasn't. So
it was before that, wasn't it? The Aldrich Bill.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Speak on it, bro.
Yeah. Then they made it the Federal Reserve, which is nothing but pretty. That's why the scriptures speak about heavy debt. You know, this is nothing but fucking what they print the money, quantitative easing and all that. They print all this money, and that's where you get hyperinflation from. The value of the dollar keeps decreasing. That's why people are looking for safe havens. We're going to Bitcoin, they're going into XRP, they're going into silver, gold. People are like, well, where can I put my money? You know? So the cat's out the bag, basically. You know? I just had a little bit more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
bro.
it says, and I will turn, verse 4 in Ezekiel 38, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, and horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. You know, and that putting hooks on the jaws.
Yeah,
Can't.
bringing that
So
spirit.
invade Iran, man.
That adversarial spirit, because the whole time of the Cold War, it was basically Russia and America at each other's throats, and that spirit is like after 97, after the fall of Russia, the crumbling of the wall in like East Germany and West Germany. That's kind of the symbol of like, oh, the whole world's meant to be coming together.
Right.
But then what really happened afterwards? That spirit got brought back.
Yeah.
Because Putin got put back in there.
It was never. It was. Remember, the seeds was set anyway. Even though the Iron Curtain fell, it was always an East and West divide.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I was gonna just quickly say something. The man that died his name was John Jacob Astor. He owned like all the mortgage businesses in America. And when he died, conveniently after, the Federal Reserve was opened. And now who owns all of that? It's the international, the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. They killed all those people.
Yeah.
It was a hit. It wasn't no fucking. They put it was an iceberg.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, man. What coincidence? An iceberg destroys a massive ass ship. That was a hit, man. Yeah. They killed the wealthy people, and then all of a sudden set up systems after them after they were out of the way.
And that's the thing as well. It's like old school America. A lot of those, the way it's all combined now into a system, a lot of that didn't exist for a lot of its lifetime. Because the way it was kind of established was meant to just be, you can just be out there doing whatever the fuck you want. Go kill some Gadites and then build up your little farm or whatever. and then you can just go out there and do whatever you want.
And also, because we're gonna even go and bring that, because it mentioned the war. That's Russia backing Iran, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And what you was getting into as well, bro. Bro, people had gold too. Remember? Yeah. People had gold, but see,
panning for gold and shit like that.
And remember, I think it was like there was was it Roosevelt? What president was it? Where basically they done away with the gold standard. Nixon. They done away with that gold standard. Nixon, yes, people knew what people was fucking with the real wealth back then, and it all got traded in for FRNs. Now people now the world we're in, people have the belief system FRNs are the real what money is. No, bro. Someone who's sitting on 5 or 6 gold pieces is richer than someone with 500 quid or a grand in FRNs. That's the truth.
But then that's
because it never dies out. Go ahead.
Now it's just a matter of it's all. And the thing is that faith really is within Esau's system. That's why now the gold price is shooting up. You brought up because why? It's the reason gold, silver's going up is because people are realizing like, damn, this system, like how much longer can it go? How much further? And then under Trump, they're looking at Trump as well, see what he's doing. Like, damn, this could really just flip things completely. And there's people that are thinking, oh, China's got next. Or whatever's got next, but then they don't realize it's like this is the curtain call.
It's the curtain call, and you know, tying it into what we're all saying as well regarding the gold and silver. You mentioned the BRICS. They know Babylon is full of shit. They're fucking people over with the dollar. They know that these men are the big. They know that basically the Eastern countries know, even though they're crooks too. They're all See, that's why the world needs Israel to be back in rulership. The real righteous people ruling again. But the thing is, they know that dollar is a joke. They know it. We're burning them down. That's why they're not fucking with the dollar. And they're setting up their own shit with what? Resources. They're all dealing with each other. All those countries in the BRICS have, what are they? A major thing. All those countries, the BRICS nations, are major in resources. Whether it's Brazil was known for what? Wood. Brazil has loads of like wood. You know, shit you can use to build, man. Shit off through the earth. You know what I'm saying? South Africa's known for oils and go ahead.
I was going to say all the things used in tech like batteries, computer chips, all those things, precious metals. It's like Africa is where you're getting a lot of them. That's the thing is like, and the thing is China's really the place that's been developing those areas, so they kind of have first dibs. That's why it's like the electric vehicles thing. China's able to go ahead because they've got basically all of it. Yeah, it's all kind of just going straight into them. Then they can get the pipelines going where they're like, okay, we can develop these things, make it cheaper, make it better quality, whatever. And that's a bit is what that's the spirit coming off America, man. Because even like back in like it was the same thing happened after World War II. America had this boom, but then Japan came up, and then all of a sudden Japan stole a bunch of their industries.
Well, you mentioned after World War II, you had the Bretton Woods.
Yeah.
Even after World War II, I think in 1944, where they pretty much pegged the American dollar to gold.
Yeah.
You know, they got all the nations together right? And they all
everyone
agreed
had
that
to,
they all
the
agreed
use
that
of the dollar
basically the
is
US dollar was the
reserve.
world reserve currency. But then obviously Nixon came along, removed the gold standard after that
Yeah.
in the 70s. Then you had
That
to
was
hold in a
meant to
minute.
be.
Nations started to ask for their gold back, and they were like, "We ain't got it."
Yeah.
Well, that's why you mentioned China. No, you go ahead, Carl, man. Go
And then
on.
guess what America did? I say a lot of the land in America is actually owned by
I was just gonna
foreign
say that.
entities
Yeah,
like
yeah,
China
yeah.
and that.
They own it.
They own that land
Yeah.
Outright, innit?
outright. So you see,
They
this
own
is-
a lot of it.
Come on, man.
And
it's
people
not
don't even
scam.
know that. The Chinese own a lot of like I think they own parts of like Texas. They own a lot, bro.
Mhm.
They're wealthy people. They're wealthy economy. The people are they and you know what? You see it in the goyim of their people. They're benefiting off of what their rich are doing. They own a lot of America because they couldn't get their gold back. So what did the presidents do? You know what? Just cut a piece of this land. It was remember America was never a country. It was just always a business. It's a big business. See, you can't see these wicked elites. They rule like England and countries like that. These countries we're in, which is the old world. These are more considered like countries. America, and even here, it's a business to them. These were countries when Jake ruled them. But America has always been, since the New World Order, which is Christopher Columbus taking those lands, the New World Order began then. It's always been a business. It's always been a business. Go ahead, bro.
Listen to this,
Go
right?
ahead, bro. And I've got Jeremiah 51
Khan,
as well.
Yeah.
Khan, you want to
I've
read
got
that
some-
first?
No, you read
I've
your...
got some
Right, because
before-
I just
Okay.
asked about the Bretton Woods, right? What Bretton Woods said about gold. It says in 1944, the end of World War II, countries met in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. They agreed that the US dollar would be pegged to gold at $35 per ounce, right? It says why gold mattered. It gave the system credibility and stability because it was backed by gold, right?
Which is real wealth.
Right?
The reason why it's
Right.
credibility and stable is because, remember, gold and actual land, gold, cattle never disappears.
Yeah.
It's a currency that's always flowing.
It's gonna have worth.
These devils, these wicked elites, bro. That's how you know they're witches.
Yeah.
They've actually made a fucking floppy piece of
Yeah,
paper
a belief
and make you
system.
believe that's real.
Yeah,
Worth
tokens.
more
A
than
token.
gold. Yeah.
A bloody note. That don't mean shit. Do you
Promising.
remember Rush Hour?
Yeah,
Remember,
Eden's face.
remember Rush Hour 2
Yeah, the
when they
prigs.
found out the guy had the
Yeah.
prigs and they burnt it. Ooh,
Yeah.
it was like he burnt it, it all became red.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you better." And Benny, you remember the Jake that owned the Crenshaw? He said, "You better get to him." I think that his name, but I forgot what his
Don
name.
Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, yeah.
Don
He said, "You better get to him before I get to him. You better get to him
Yeah.
fast before I get to him." But it was like they remember because it was that trust in that note. But the guy was he had that fake ass note.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people, like, the point what I'm trying to say is people have believed that notes are the real wealth. Bro, the asset is the real wealth, man. That's where they fucked you up.
That's why
And that is
Andy was like-
these international bankers, they have mind fucked the world. They mind fucked people, man, to
Yeah, it's
believe that
witchcraft, like
it's
you said.
witchcraft, bro. Like, where's the real gold and where's the real currency? Where's the do you get
Diverse
me?
weights, man.
Yes,
That's it.
every person should be able to own land. Every person should be able, and it's theirs, not yours, not by your contracts binded. It's theirs, their portion.
Yeah, that's even why you go into the law. The inheritance within Israel, even the land inheritance within Israel, was something of importance. Because why it's like if you're gonna, you're meant to have a land to your family, a land for you, then someone else can just come through and inherit. It's it's gonna fuck everything up. Yeah, how are you gonna be able to build? How are you
Right?
gonna be able to set certain things up?
How can
But
you-
that's why this place now is such a mess.
Right.
Because all that's gone to complete confusion, and one man really owns everything.
and we're just
Right.
paying them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all we're fucking doing. That's why this world's got
Debt
to end.
slavery.
We're just in debt slavery.
Mhm.
You're just paying bankers. That's all we're fucking doing. You get a credit card, you're paying bankers. You know what, bro? The smart thing is you might not be Jay-Z level wealth, bro. If you have 10 pieces of gold and silver, you actually got wealth. For real. You're building.
The average person don't.
That the normal person don't think about.
Right, don't think
but you're
about it.
building something now. Not our world is gonna come, but the point is, bro, all we do in this world is we wake up to pay the bankers. That's the fucking way they've got it. Why they fucking hoarded everything. These devils, man.
I heard that.
Yeah.
You got more on
A
that?
little bit more. It says how it fell apart, the Bretton Woods, right? By the 1960s, the US was printing more dollars than it had gold to back. Vietnam War, social programs, other countries started saying, "Oh, we'd like our gold now." This is from ChatGPT, by the way, right? In 1971, Nixon ended the dollar to gold convertibility, the Nixon shock, that effectively ended Bretton Woods and led to today's fiat monetary system.
Which is what we just mentioned. The fiat is what them paper notes.
Right.
But them countries were like, yo, we like our gold
Where's
back.
the gold at?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So what did they Babylon have to do? You know what? Cut them some of this land. Cut them some of this land. So all these foreign entities really own Babylon.
That's right.
That's the facts, bro. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And another thing, where did all that gold go? Where
Right.
did all that gold go?
Vote it up.
Well, they say, what's that one? Fort Dix, is it called? Where they hide the gold?
Fort Knox.
Fort Knox. Which we know that's all. They ain't got it there.
And they
Them,
just got stacks upon stacks. I gotta give me a break, bro.
them bankers got that hit
Swallow down
stashed
riches.
somewhere. They bankers, they've got all of that wealth stashed, bro. Vaults. We've seen it. Don't you remember those images of Queen Lizzie in them vaults?
Yeah, all Quinn in there.
And it was fucking gold bullion. It was like. It was
Ingots
like it was
everywhere.
bricks, ingots, bricks of gold, bricks of gold,
Big brick.
a brick of gold, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? If we each have now 2 bricks of gold, you're good for the rest of your
Yeah,
life.
Yeah.
You can cut that into little portions or whatever you want to do with it. These man got fucking vaults of it, man. These elites. That's real wealth, man.
That's right. Quick precept. Proverbs 20:10. Diverse weights and diverse measures. Both of them are like an abomination to the Lord, Yahweh. And that's how Esau deals. He deals in diverse weights. That's that fiat money system. He's making you believe, right, that that's actually real wealth. When actually real wealth, right, holding like a talent of silver, talents of silver, talents of gold. That's actually how it's supposed to be measured.
Yeah.
But this guy makes you believe that this fiat, which the word fiat is a Latin term, which means let it be so. They made you believe that that's real wealth. When that's diverse, it's actually worth nothing. It has no real value to it.
Yeah,
You know, so that's nothing but witchcraft like Amman was going into. That's witchcraft. You making everyone, and look how much people do some nasty, evil shit for fiat currency.
This is where they got you though, man.
Dirty shit. Sell it, you know, they'll sacrifice family members, just to get the fiat currency. They'll do dirty shit. They'll go on casting couches.
Who
I'm
was
talking
that?
about these sellout jakes. They'll do these things.
For bloody fiat currency.
Damn, man.
And then think they're
You've been
amazing.
deceived, man. I'm on you. Sorry,
Yeah,
you want
that's
to say-
fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You've been deceived, bro. People, man. Sorry, go on, brother.
Yeah. James 5:1.
Oof.
Go to now.
Oh, I had that
you
too.
rich man. Oh, is
I want to
okay,
read that too.
okay. So weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. It's all this wealth they've hoarded. They've got the actual goods,
they got it,
land,
bro. They mother-
resources, everything. But then what? It's not gonna be. It's not to their benefit.
No.
That's really the joke. The joke is they've made a world.
We're
it's like
taking it
now-
anyway.
Just keeping it
Yeah.
warm.
You're keeping
and-
it
and
warm.
Everyone's
bro.
here just believing in the smoke screen.
Keeping it warm.
But then the reality of it is that same smoke screen is going to be to the demise of Esau. Because as far as it's like all the whole system, all this needs to be done away with anyway. Because there's what your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire.
And part of it being can I say this as well? Part of it being a witness against them is what information we're reading. We're reading the truth against you. We're reading the Bible, and we're breaking down what you've done historically according to the Bible, which is unlawful, man. So it's a witness against you.
Because he's a thief.
You're a thief, man. You held that wealth for a period of time, and the Lord is exposing scriptures written thousands of years back. Let's say 1,000 years back, 500, 800 years back. These scriptures was cursing you out, man. Your wealth is corrupted. You know what I'm saying? All the ways you got it. You know what I'm saying? And when you start going deep into these Jewish bankers, they are demons. When you start reading up on them, the Rothschilds, how they did things. How their money practices, their practices, and that's why when you sign contracts and you get cards, you get credit cards, all these legal binding and the way they do stuff, it's like, bro, you're entrapped forever.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you have like the year jubilee, for example. You're meant to have the ability for your debt to be absolved.
Freedom, yeah, exactly.
Because it's not something that's meant to be. You're not meant to be chained by it forever. Like you pass it on to the youth.
You know what these devils have done? They've set it where they said the world is goyim, so we can do it to them. They use usury.
Yeah.
Usury, which is wicked. But they're looking at the really we're not goyim, we're the Israelites. And you know what? The so-called blacks and Hispanics is the main people they've held under this system. Because we're the ones that are most fucked by it. Because even blacks and Hispanics, for the most part, we're the people that don't even have a leeway to get out of it. Whereas other heathens can get into debt and miraculously find their way out of it in a year.
Better credit,
Better credit,
business deals.
rates, all that, bro.
And that's something that it's been recognized even by Esau that they were fucking over Jake with their access to, you know, them better rates or being able to, like, you know, even get credit in certain places.
Yeah.
But right, there's a bit more. It says, "Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days." And yeah, that's the joke of it, how it is. As far as right now, that's the thing is, a big part of why Esau even has, you know, the way people look at him and the way people kind of think all are about him is because, you know, he's got wealth, he's got power, he's got control. Those things are all going to be done. It's like what Isaiah 14. And we're like, is this the man? Because why? All that shine that's on him, when them things are removed, he's just going to be revealed for who he is. Because as far as like, even though now Jake, even in the state they're in, they're still viewed as excellent. Like they're still able to shine. They'll you know, you might have a Jake in a slum somewhere, but then they'll have a talent. They might sing, dance, you know, be a fleck. There'll be kind of things there. They might have nothing and they'll craft it and forge something out of it.
It's something that he'll never have.
Yeah, but that's exactly. These elite, they've got everything and then they still seem lacking.
Well, see,
they've got insatiable greed and hunger, man.
Right, that's what you said is what you just said is that's actually wealth as well. We're the asset. Well, what did the Lord call us? The jewel. We're like a jewel in His eye. The elites know that. That's why they use the way they have the wicked elites have this system, this world set up, and the way they set up this world is, guess what? They drain you to make their incomes. No. It's not just the gold and silver. We are gold. We're like the Lord likens Israelites as gold. You know what I'm saying? So we ourselves, our natural ability is even what makes this fucking spirit of this system function. But guess what? It's the same natural ability the Lord's given the Israelites is what's making it full, because He's making us the elect anyway. Wake up to the knowledge. What He said. Expose these wicked elites, man. Because this world is really for us. Whether you want to, people want to believe that, accept them, that's our belief. Oh, you're crazy. You believe in the future. You ruling. You're gonna smash and have gold. Yeah, we're gonna smash you and have gold, bro.
Precept. This is Job 20.
You devils, man. This world wasn't for you wicked. This world, the Lord gave it to you for a period of time. You Edomites, man.
That's right. A little season. Yeah. This is Job 20 and 15. He have swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly.
Yeah.
And bro, all them goods, man. That's it's like a lot of Esau systems as well. It's him going around the whole earth, pillaging everything, accumulating everything. So for you to, that's why it's like why are they coming to the West? Men are on boats, risking their lives to come here. Because why? Here's where everything's at. Yeah. Then they're like, why are you coming there? I'm like, bro, it's like you weren't there.
And the funny thing is,
chilling.
The funny thing is, they see the world's fault, but the scripture says that the veil that's over the world. Because you know what? The funny thing is, all these people that come from foreign countries to get out of our country or to get treated like shit here, we know it because we grew up here. We know the understanding of the system. Guess what? Those same people, the lands they live in are wealthy as hell. You don't even have to really leave there. You don't have to, you get me? But as we know, all governments align with the bankers. They're all linked to them. They're all ruled over by them because it's Esau's system. But the point is, the lands people live in are wealthy as hell. The asset is you. When Esau first landed to Hispaniola and all that, the story goes through the Columbus's writings, Bartholomew de las Casas. Bro, them tribes, the Carib Indians, were playing with gold. Yeah. They were playing with it like their kids were playing with gold and silver, bro. It was nothing because, as we know, even Esau recently came out with it. Gold and silver comes from space and all that. They had that like nothing. They weren't fawning over it because it was just there. Do you know? So the point is, the lands, even you see, but Esau tricked everybody. You come here, you get the fantastic work and all this. No, you come here, you're being in more slavery. You're coming in to be a slave. You're coming in, you're working on some hot grill, like some hot grill.
Summer, it's 28.
We know because we've experienced it, bro. We know the fucking life that happens here. This ain't no golden buttered world. Don't you remember Bruce Lee? He goes, for everybody white.
It's for everybody. It's for everybody white.
Yeah. She goes to him, Linda in the Dragon. the movie, the remake, the movie about his life. She said to him, "We're going, Bruce. I'm taking the kids back to America." He said, "No," he said, "We're staying in Hong Kong." He said, basically.
I'm somebody here. I'm
Yeah,
special.
we're somebody. Here it is. He went back to Hong Kong and he made a fucking life for himself. He got rich. You get me? They loved him there. They in the movie it showed in the dragon. What did it show? It showed that Kato, which was a sidekick in Babylon, was big in Asia because it was him.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And it's like, yo, we need to have you here and making cinema here. Which Hong Kong Chinese cinemas was dope. Like their movies are hard, bro.
Go back.
Their Hong Kong cinema,
nothing but classics.
Hong Kong cinema is hard, bro. Like all the great action movies come from there, really. That the Babylon copied. But anyway, the point is, bro, what did he say? He said, she goes, "We ain't going back to Babylon." She said, "Why? No, I'm not American," she said to him. And he goes, "Look, man, America's for," he said, "they don't tell you to read the small print. That is for everybody white, basically." Like, you get me? And then he smashed the fucking board. He said, "We're staying here."
And he mocked them. He said, "How you got a tiptoe around them?"
Mr.
White man.
Yeah.
Well, the one from column A, or the one from column B, Mr. White man.
Exactly. Remember that? Yeah. And you know he was in the right spirit.
No,
He was
for
in the
real,
right
for
spirit,
real.
man. And you know what? Who's experienced that? Who's experienced that firsthand? Jake, man. We know, bro. We know, bro.
That's right. That's right. I got a scripture.
Yeah.
It's Micah 2:1. It says the subheading: "Woe to the oppressors." It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand."
Yeah, that's the nature of the man we're dealing with. This is a guy who, just because he can, is indulging in further and further deep recesses of wickedness. Because that's as far a lot of the things going on in this place.
It's the white man.
You have to think, like, what the fuck? You even, why would you even go this far? But then what? It's because he's really, you know, this man. That's the nature of this man. It's in his spirit. The spirit that's been put on him, man. The red horse to take peace in the earth, take order, take peace, and then put confusion
Steal,
and destruction.
kill.
And then it's as well. It's like what in Revelation 20. As it said, what he will go out to deceive the nations again.
Right.
Part of his job, a key part of his job, is deception of the nations, which everyone's bought into. They're all now thinking, oh, Esau, they're modeling themselves after Esau. They've got, that's what it's like. You mentioned Hong Kong. It's like Moab's got their own spirit.
Yeah.
But they're going out. When you see, what's his name? Not King Jong-un. What's the thingy guy?
South Korea.
No, China.
Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping, yeah. When you see him, he's wearing a suit. He's got a suit and tie on.
Yeah.
He ain't wearing the traditional Chinese garb. Because why? Because they've basically all gone into Esau's systems, Esau's ways of life. But then that's all going to be shot. Like, they're going to find out it's all BS.
They say they partook of the wine.
Yeah.
But even they you see now, they're even getting fed up. They're taking Taiwan, they want Hong Kong back, they don't give a fuck. And guess what? They will dismantle, they will destroy the Western world. Do you get me? Them alone, but the Lord set it up a certain way where Russia's involved, Iran's involved, prophecy has to take place. Do you know what I mean? Before that takes place. But they're so built up, they laugh at the Western world. Only the people that live here are deceived by what's happening here. Bro, they're so advanced, those cities. Bro, have you seen some of them cities in like
in China,
South Korea and wherever it is? It's just advanced, bro. They're building. And you know what's funny? You know who's up close coming up there? India. India's building rapidly. They get mocked, but them guys are like, they make so much computer network stuff. Go ahead.
Bro, I was gonna say, I was like, bro, the CEO of Google is Indian.
Yeah.
The CEO of something I can't remember. It's like a lot of these tech companies.
Shalom, bro. Shalom, bro. Get a chair there, man. You can get a chair. Be there, or you can go where the brother is there too. What do you want to do?
I'll just jump in there.
Alright.
Bro, yeah. So a lot of them tech companies, the high up top execs, and a lot of the guys running it, it's Indians. Because why? It's like they're top class when it comes to tech.
Bro, they're high level, but it's no coincidence they're getting mocked in the UK and that because they're coming up. It's really a fear thing. Them dudes are like coming up.
Same thing happened with the Japanese, the Chinese as well.
Yeah.
You had
and you know what? I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You made me think about this. Do you know Indians own a lot of the England? They own pure land here, bro. It's mad. You see when you go deep into it, bro, hell of it. And you know those guys, while they were getting this, they silently built. For like 30, 40, 50 years, they were building. And don't get it twisted, though it was same British Indian people, they were still building, sending money back to their own lands too. So that's how they've fucking been advancing. And you see with Jake, the difference with Jake is that Jake was doing that. But you see, Esau knows, you know what, that's why someone even was bringing this up. Esau destroyed what any building Jake could ever do, and then set up these buffer nations. That's why they can advance over you. It's by design, not just by Jake is not smart. You get it? Yeah, bro. But that's why now a lot of them Indians own a lot of the UK. They're laughing. Okay, you can laugh, but we own a lot of shit. The post office business, they took that over generations ago.
A while ago.
All the shopkeepers, but ding ding, remember all that? But ding ding, they took the shop game. They took over. They started owning shops in them racist white towns. Remember they were the Paki shops and all that. But it was a common joke. But they now rule that game. So you get me? They was building industry, man, in Esau's system, which go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Psalms chapter 83, verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have said, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come.
That's the Israelites. That's talking about like Jake, how the nations have taken crafty counsel against us, man. So it's not a coincidence that Jake is in a state that Jake is in, for example. That ain't no coincidence, man. And the nations are rising up, But the one difference is there's an elect. See, us, we might be at the bottom, but we have the word of the truth, the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, which means we know prophecy. That's how we know what's going on. And all these nations, they're being built to destroy one another. It's all prophetic, man. You know? You were saying something, number one. You were saying something, though. You was going into
No, it's just...
you know. I don't know if I was going to jump into different points or something.
I got something to read because you said a point about the Most High building up all these nations to fight each other. This is the book of Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's the key point. Right. You know, all these nations are being developed for the sake of one purpose in mind. And that's really why Jake don't have a seat at the table.
Yeah.
Because we're going to go from rags to riches. Just expeditiously.
And even when we're talking about wood, because we were talking about gold and silver before you came up.
I was going to talk to you about that as well.
You can say it anyway, say it. We're talking about gold and silver. But even that, remember, Esau, the New World Order, when Columbus and them, how they really got rich was off of us, man. Before all this FRN system, you got rich off of our blood, sweat and tears, man. Our resources, our lands. The Israelites. We was ruling the world, man. You got rich off of us. We're the foundation of your kingdoms. You know?
It's funny as well. I saw one video on social media and one guy was trying to, theorize why no one came to Europe to steal from Europe. And it's like, bro, like Europeans don't want to be in Europe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's that. Well, you mean it as in it's a lowland.
It's a lowland, It's not like
it's not. Yeah, but we still ruled it. But it was it's a low land, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a land of. It's not Europe. Is not a land where you gain resource like that from.
God weren't leaving and leaving. Let's go to Europe.
Yeah.
Nah, everything's over here.
It's a bottomless pit. Let's call it the bottomless pit.
There's nothing there.
It's really the rest of the world is really like more like. Where that is, you can like set up. But you see in Europe, for example, that's why we know Israel was ruling because, bro, the Vikings, for example, they were doing trade with the America. They were already trading in the Americas.
King Solomon was.
Before that,
sending every 3 years.
That's it.
Sending man on
getting
high waters to go and get.
Bring me back exotic animals. Bring me back this. That's what they did, bro. That's what they did, man.
Yeah, that's right, man.
But then part of that narrative of Columbus then just gives it like, oh, that's part of what they call it, manifest destiny. Where it's like, oh, we discovered it, so we have every right to everything there.
They weren't doing nothing with it
You
anyway.
discovered someone
Wait a
else
minute,
was living.
wait a minute. You know they like to
Found
I'm sorry,
someone's
Pai,
house.
you was gonna read, innit? I'm sorry.
No.
They just say they weren't doing nothing with it anyway. They love to say
They
that.
like to say that.
Hey yo, bro. The joke thing is, so what? Hold on a minute. You did something. You built these big high-rise buildings. You making me fucking work for a 9 to 5. You got me in slavery for a fucking piece of note. I gotta pay back every month to you. You did something. You devils did something with it. No, we know your trick, man. You weren't doing. They were savages. No, listen. Before Columbus stepped in foot of America, there was hardly any disease.
Yeah.
You devils brought filth. You really brought a backward society, man. You brought diseases. You killed. You know what I'm saying? You brought corruption. There was before, and not to say, because what they like to push them narratives, they didn't do nothing with those lands anyway. They were killing each other. Not on what the levels you do. You wicked elites, you're international murderers, man.
Well, that's even one of the strong points, because we know in the Bible, because I was watching Captain Cesarea with Queen's Flip.
Yeah.
My nigga Queen's Flip.
Yeah. I see a bit of that.
Yeah, I was watching it, and you know, he was saying about the Africans and saying like they sold us into slavery. And it's funny because I've been watching Speed in Africa as well.
Yeah.
But then I saw a clip where they were down in Benin, right, with the female, you know, Esau labeled them the Amazonians based on his, you know, mythology of Greek. It was like the first army of women, and there was a queen that ruled over there. Yeah. And she had a guard of like women basically. And the guy in the video was basically talking as to why they like Lupita Nyong'o.
The actress.
Yeah, she was meant to do a spin-off movie for Black Panther based upon that. But she said when she went there to meet them, she didn't like the vibe because they were basically like, they sold them into slavery. She was like, how do you talk about how you lot were doing raiding parties and selling people into slavery? You know, they just kind of like, it happened, like, what can I say kind of thing. But the funny thing is, because it's going back to Zariak's point, because I got family members that are heavily into, you know, pro-black and Pan-Africanism and all that. Those people were the ones badding up like the Kingdom of Europa. So they'll like, so there's like a beef till now where you don't get along with those people. So he's saying that, you know, they sold us, but you don't know the ins and outs of the divide between Jake on other lands. You're just looking at, they're just Hamites. Because the way it's playing out in America.
It's like it was Jake going against each other. Yeah. Of course. So facts, bro. That's the truth.
And then and then obviously, like the prophecy says, Hamites will gather with that raiding parties.
Remember what the scripture says, bro. It was a transatlantic slave trade, but also remember, bro, these nations know about Jake. They've been about. Listen, Jake, you can cause conflict and niggas will beef each other for the next 100 years. And it will be other Jakes against each other. It's no coincidence.
Dark Ages.
It's the Dark Ages. It's the same shit. You see it today. And you know what? Another thing too, bro? Because people will say, well, you know what? You sold each other in slavery. Yeah. And guess what? In America, Jakes had other Jakes in slavery. In America.
Gad
had Jake in slavery. Like, what y'all talking about? That doesn't
I think who bought them though?
Who's
dropping big bucks?
That don't take away from who benefited from everything. It doesn't take away, bro.
And you Amalekites, you guys are the ones that finance getting the whole thing. If it weren't for you being you hook nose, you know, juices, you know that that shit wouldn't fly. All right.
Aaron Lopez, he's one. They had their cryptic names. And then I think he owned a good ship, Jesus. Aaron Lopez, look him up. He's like a kike with a Spanish name. He's an Amalekite.
But that's their thing. That's like an open. Well, to us, it's an open secret. They like I know even one girl I met. She's got one of them high flying names, and then but she's so under the radar. You'd never know.
She's Amalek.
She's Amalek, or even she's Amalek, but you don't know what level of Amalek she is.
Of course.
They like to. They don't celebrate the days. They don't talk about it. But they're involved.
When they deal with the Goyim, they think you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? When they deal with the Goyim, go ahead, bro.
This is Obadiah chapter 1. Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates. And this is dealing with the time, obviously, you know, you had the split during the time of Jeroboam and Rehoboam.
Mm-hmm.
You can read about that history in 2 Kings, you know, where pretty much after King Solomon, I think Jeroboam had the 10 tribes, the northern tribes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rehoboam had the southern kingdom, which consists of Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Yeah.
They got taken down by the Babylonians.
Mhm.
Now you might sit there and say, well, you sold something to slave. Well, guess what? Well, the scripture says you shouldn't even have looked.
Yeah.
When this happened, you shouldn't even have fucking looked.
Bro,
So for that, you know,
Yeah. You got it, bro. Sorry, man. You got me thinking.
You know,
Come on,
man.
Come on,
You're getting involved, like this. Hey, the thing is, the Most High. See, when He punishes a nation, He deals with that nation as a whole, and that's what happened to us.
Yeah.
That's why we got sold into slavery.
Facts.
But you there, and you were doing this in the day that Thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives His forces, and foreigners entered into His gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even Thou was one of them, but Thou shouldest not have looked on the day of.
You know what the funny thing is, these devils, the way they switch up. Bro, the reality is, you know what the reality is? We fucked up. We fucked up because the Lord punished us.
That's
But you know
right,
what the
bro.
joke thing is?
That's
We can
right.
actually do what we want within the law to you nations, man. We
Right.
don't have to. We
Right.
can actually do that. That's
Right.
true.
We're
But
dignitaries.
We're,
Right.
we're the dignitaries. So you shouldn't even, whatever goes on in house with us, you swine should not even talk about it.
In-house.
You can only talk about it because you can only talk about our in-house problems because you're on top of us. That's why.
Uh-huh.
That's why. But guess what? When we get that power back, you ain't gonna say shit. Oh, why do they kill each other? Oh, why do they all are they criminals? Like we're all
That's-
criminals.
But even
Yes.
if
Yeah,
this is
no,
social
you
media
got it.
again, man.
Yeah, but
I remember
it's
fucking-
making people talk, bro.
Jamie,
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx. What's his name? The guy Day Day.
Yeah.
My guy.
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps. He had one way. He had a skit where he's like, "Fuck you, mom." Like he's saying that you
Yeah, that's
white
how-
people,
yeah.
you gotta worry about your kids killing you.
No.
That's some serious curse. Like
That's the
imagine
truth.
going to sleep and your children are in the next
Just
room and they
just
might
getting
just
the
fuck
strap
you,
on.
mom. Shotgun.
Well, bro, there was another thing I saw on social media. Since you mentioned social media, because the world social media, we check it. There's nothing
Yeah.
I saw. It was like a white woman. She said, you know, I'm going to experiment asking people for water, and I'm going to ask white people and black people. And when she asked people, the white people, they would just say, get your own and no and all that. And then guess what? As soon as she asked her Jake, the niggas all fucked up, still buying a bottle of water. So it just showing you basically, remember, even as low as our people are in the spirit of this system, we're still a better people than you. We're righteous. You just that's the point.
And
Someone to offer you a glass of water, but they're poor, shows you the mind state of the spirit of the person.
But that's and then now we go to when we deal with Jake dealing with Jake. Boondock showed you that the nigga moment. There's a spirit.
We've got curses.
There's curses. Wait, there's a dark shadow looming over our people when the right circumstances meet.
That's
that
what
shit
happens.
just goes down.
No matter what, innit?
You can't help that. But you know what? That's still not you nations to but you see what these devils have done, they capitalize on it. They know. What did that Ammonite king say? He said, look man, if they're with Yahweh Shai, we can't touch them.
Yeah.
They said it in the war battles, they said,
Yeah,
yo,
man.
don't let them connect with their power.
That's right.
And you know what's deep? Because I was reading Samuel. I was meant to do a video on it. But you know when Jonathan went up to slay the Philistines,
Yeah.
when he woke up early and he snuck out the camp.
Mm.
When you read it, the Lord, you know how the Bible is. It don't tell you explicitly what he done. But when you go through the events, it's basically he went up there and he said like, okay, if they say like, come fight us, then that's the spirit of the Lord telling us that he'll deliver into the hands. When they were with his armor bearer, whoop like 20 of them, you don't know what it looked like.
Bro.
Because all of them just start running.
Yeah. So
And then he
someone
just started chasing
bro,
them.
arms
So
are
you can
flying,
only
you
imagine
whoop them.
what it looked like. Jonathan and his armor bearer. Just two men just went back
Whoop
to
the
back,
shit out of them.
just
Yeah.
fucking them up. I don't know what it looked like. The Matrix, you know, like whatever, throwing darts, swords.
Precise shit.
No.
Shit that they
They
have
got
to make
records.
through Hollywood.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
They got records and they know what we look like when we're in our element, when that spirit is on us.
Remember, even King David, when King David went up against a titan of Goliath, which is everyone knows the story.
Yeah.
What did he say? He came in the name of the Lord
That's
Yeah.
right.
and slung that smooth stone deep in his head,
Yes.
and he dropped.
Yeah.
And even that shocked everyone.
That's something you see still like in all kinds of like forms of media where they kind of might just have like a thing and just flick it in his head
Yeah.
and kill him. And then David versus Goliath is just a standard term used.
Yeah.
Bro, it's a standard term. The Bible is common terms.
Yeah.
They'll use biblical references. That's David and Goliath. That is.
Yeah.
Do you remember Daredevil, the first one they made,
Mhm.
and then you had Colin Farrell as Bullseye. He's basically
Yeah.
he could just use a dart and you're done. They got that from
Yeah.
the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
Bullseye, the character Bullseye, can basically all the Marvel characters are basically people that are biblical, really.
Spiritual power.
Spiritual power,
And we're gonna get that back.
and we can Lord with
That's
it,
the
bro.
thing, yeah. It's amongst the
Winning,
elite. It's that's why it's like you're dealing with the goyim, the chaff. They don't know what the fuck's going on. But on the elite level, these guys, they know what went down. They go into history. Why is it you have architecture, excavations, all these things? They're deep, bro. You have to be a fucking multi-millionaire or something to get into. You can't be no bum. You grow up you go to public school. You're like, I want to be an archaeologist. Good fucking luck, bro. When it's like the man going there doing digs and doing these things, they're on a certain level. They'll be clued in. They'll explain, ancient practices they did. Ancient Egypt. Oh, so this was the practice of, they were carrying the nectar of Ra.
And some stuff they're fooling them. They'll like them. You'll go there. There'll be a brand new jar of fucking, I don't know, Manuka honey. It's like it's not even no ancient. We found a 50,000-year-old, and it's like you look at it. Hold a minute. I swear it says Red Bull. I swear it says Red Bull. Yeah, made in China. It's like what the fuck? Like they're playing these people, man.
Yeah, let me read this.
Yeah, yeah.
This is Romans 8:31. What shall we say then to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can be against us? Because even now, like, you're gonna reason with brothers about this. The gold and silver, the prices are going crazy. All right, and a lot of people, because I've told certain people I'm cool with about silver, like silver. If I'm gonna get anything, I'll get gold. But I'm saying like, nah, silver's a good shout. But the point being is that even if we didn't have no gold or silver, hey, Lord willing would be of the elect, everything's just gonna fall in line. It boils down to being with the spirit. Because you could have someone that has, copious sums of silver, comes up, and then when this shit goes down, you just been keeping it warm for a brother that ain't got nothing right now, down and out. His wife hates him, but he goes to camp, he does what he's learned to do, and the Lord just make it where that money you're holding, it goes straight into his pocket, or you don't even need the money, and you die with the money, man. This is a spiritual thing.
Yeah, but you see, the gold and silver, the Lord just showing us, like, look, He's woke our minds up that this is the real bartering system.
Yeah.
So it's just obviously through the Spirit we're told to do things like that, get the gold, get the silver, collect.
Yeah.
But remember, at the same time, we're not in this world to become billionaires and rich off that. It's just it's a mindset.
Yeah.
It's a mindset. But you're right, because guess what? The Lord might make you fucking walk into a fucking old abandoned English home with fucking tons of it. You get me? And them motherfuckers in there, they're dead in that motherfucker, man. For you to go there and you get it.
Or they never made it to the
Or
yard.
all of that.
Leave the world behind.
Because them, believe it, bro. Those hills have eyes, leave the world behind. Them old English estates, bro. They've got shit like that.
Yeah.
Them old English estates.
Or was it
They've got shit like that.
stock as well? It was like, man, we're going some articulate old school guns.
Yeah. The
That's
antique guns.
Yeah, the
And
antique
there
guns.
were 2 muskets.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they found out it was worth 4 mil.
Yeah.
It was like, no, you're right, lock, stock. But that's a classic because basically, man was like, do away with it. They got the FRNs because he dropped the bag in the movie. The end of the movie, he dropped the bag. What he did is, Vinnie Jones took the FRNs and he dropped them a bag. And the bag, it was an antique.
Worth more than the fucking
No,
bag of the FRNs.
But the bag he dropped them was basically basically antique magazine and showed them those muskets you're throwing away. And then that's why they told my man when he's about to throw it, to collect it. So he was halfway about to throw it. Remember that? Because he dropped them. They dropped the bag. They're thinking, we just got our 50 grand back. When he dropped the bag down on them, they opened it. It was a magazine. It's like, oh shit, them muskets are worth. They were worth M's. That's why those fucking villains told them to steal it from the old mansion home. Because they were worth them. See, there's things, and because they'll probably, those things were probably made from certain materials and worth money. Do you know what I mean?
But it's just they feel like a sense of worth. Like that's how people. It was from the 18th century, made by this architect, or You know, like even because
like might have been used on a certain war or whatever. Oh, this is the one that shot Franz Ferdinand or
It's
whatever.
collective.
Yeah, bro.
that's
Yeah.
it. That's it. Yeah.
It's
And
just
that
like
shit
how the
is
dollar
worth-
works.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same shit. You know, now people are going crazy over Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
You know, oh, this card is worth 15,000. I bought it for 250.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I'm gonna sell it in 3 years. I'm gonna be a millionaire. So I answer where I fucking Pikachu.
That's why even on you're right, bro. Even on
Mrs.
but that's what it's true. A shiny with they sell it till this day because they're collector's items now. It'll be worth a few whatever it is, a few bob. But that's why even the killer, the level, another mentality as well is that really. That's why these elites as well. Remember a few years back they wanted to destroy pineal glands. That's the mentality they have. Why? Because they know, like, if with the Israelites, we are thinking people, there will always be something created that we're like an asset. We're a jewel, man.
Yeah. Talent.
They know, yeah.
Like the word talent goes into when you deal with the whole premise of in the English language of the word talent is tied to the Bible. When the Lord spoke about the talents, you know, everyone has a different talent. Like it's something, you know, you have someone that's like, you know, the major, you know, the big mama of the house, yeah. She cooks by eye. She ain't cooking thinking about, oh, I need to get my measuring.
Nah.
She cooks it a certain way. Once she dies, that recipe is gone forever. You're never eating that meal again, and it's never gonna taste the way. I remember it tastes like I can't make it the same way because there's the spirit, that talent that she put into it, and that's the same with Jake. They're trying. This is why now, when you deal with like most of the stuff in this day and age, they say like he was reading about football the other day. Football's now become like soccer for you lot across the pond. But we're talking about football. Now you have these ballers. Like Brazil, before I remember everyone wanted to be a Brazilian,
bro.
But now they just play European football.
That's it.
But that's because they lost
systems.
The system. They subscribe to the system, and that natural talent they had has gone. You know, it's like now you got like these former, the veteran Brazilians. They're saying, I don't watch Brazil when they play. I don't respect them because they didn't grow up playing. What's the one you play? A Jenga, yeah. Barefoot.
Barefoot Samba style.
Yeah.
Samba, which is a spirit,
in the cage, man.
Yeah, bro, in the cage. That's it. That's right.
And we play football
flair.
In the cage. It's like,
flair,
that's it. There's a certain level of flair.
Quick precept.
Which is ideal. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Read the Bible.
Yeah.
It's lucky, bro.
Psalms chapter 81, verse 13. Oh, that my people had hearkened unto me, and Israel had walked in my ways. I should soon have subdued their enemies and turned my hand against their adversaries.
And that's all it takes, man. All it takes is, and you know what, I've got Psalms 2. Ask of me.
Yeah,
because all it takes is believing Yahweh, believing in the Lord.
That's right.
And your mind, like with us, for example, we ain't got the physical power yet, but the spirit, your mind elevates. And that's why you get angry, because you're looking at the world like, yo, we should be on top. The fuck, what the hell are we doing at the bottom? But guess what? We understand we're bound. Yeah, we're bound to the prophecy. So that's why when we see Iran and America building up, we know, you know what, this is getting close.
Yeah, it pumps us up.
It pumps you up because we're getting close.
Yeah.
The Lord's about to send nuclear missiles to this place, man. You know, there's all these people in this world. They're walking around thinking like, oh yeah, there's tension in the world, but they'll never nuke each other. No, they will. You lot said 10 years back there'll never be a World War III. Now you're thinking, oh, there might be a World War III.
Well, the scientists that have been moving the doomsday clock every so often saying it's the closest to World War III it's ever been ever.
We're here.
So you like, these people like to say, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, you respect scientists. They know what they're talking about.
Right, yeah, respect the science then.
Yeah. And you know what, bro? That's right.
Check me.
Which one is it? No, but really what it is, even when the scientists get on some truth or shit, no one wants to really, it's like people just want to hear fluff in this world. But you know what, man?
Smooth things.
You're going to smooth things. It's going to happen. And the Lord's going to bring that judgment, man.
Precept.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Ezekiel 12.
You on after and then.
Can't.
Ezekiel 12 and 22. Son of man, what is that proverb that you have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision.
So everything that the Lord said prophetically is going to come. Yeah. Prophetically, everything's coming.
Say nothing, man.
Everything's coming, man. And you know, I was, dwelling on it, bro. You know what? I can't wait, man, till stuff goes down, because that's gonna be also our test. Also, you know what I'm saying? Because we're not gone through nothing like that yet. It's gonna come. But you know what, bro? Think about
But
it.
some of us might, there be some standing here that will not shout
Taste of death. That's true.
You know, it's crazy because even, it took me a fucking, it was a minefield trying to get here for me. But when I went upstairs, when I was back at home, the Spirit said to me, bro, pocket. I was thinking, okay, let me check my pocket, whatever. Then I went, realized I didn't have my fucking pass, and then I went back. Then it's only when I've gone in my pocket and then found my fucking card in my pocket, I said, the Spirit was telling me, check your pockets kind of thing.
Yeah.
Bro, the Most High is going to guide us, man.
Yeah.
Like, we got fucked up. We've been getting our ass kicked for how long, man? How long we've been getting fucked up?
Now we deal with shit, man. Yeah.
Yeah, now we're actually on the street.
That's why the Lord said, lift your head up, man. When you see your salvation, we're getting taken out of here in style, man.
Yeah, for your redemption.
And even if you die, you're coming back in, man.
That's right.
Say if you get fucked up, like in the most, like, craziest manner, which the Lord, even in that, you're gonna have, Lord loves us, man. So it ain't gonna be like some shit.
Bro, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that as a comfort, because we have someone that has a
mercy on us.
Yeah, mercy. He made us. He looks at us like your child, like you look at your child.
Yeah.
Even if that
give me a clean death. That shit. That samurai, like, listen, man, just give me a clean death. You get me? If it's that way, that's what them samurai, they did that when they captured their enemy. They weren't, samurais had an honor spirit. They didn't just, we know we're dealing with Esau though, but samurais, they'll just give you that clean swipe.
But that's
Yeah.
I got
death, fam.
You got time. Go ahead.
The scripture says, "Precious in the sight of the Lord."
It's
Yeah,
saints.
And that's
So our version of a clean death, biblically, is like what, to die doing the work, believing in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. No matter way, no matter the fashion, it's just like, hey, if you're
No matter how
dying,
your brain thinks,
exactly,
the Lord's got it set
that's
up.
it, and that's it. Because a dirty death is a nigga's death.
That's it.
That's without
Yeah,
faith.
that's it.
It's just a dirty.
I'll do anything, man. I'll do anything.
But that's the point.
It's true.
And that's why it's like, when you come back, can you imagine getting risen back up? With the Lord coming back with the Lord? Like your body getting risen back up. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Say if someone has their, Esau gets you and has chopped off head and fucked you up, dishonorable,
Come back
whatever.
together, like.
Yeah.
Well,
the Maccabee sons.
That's it.
The 7 sons, Maccabees.
Well, it's funny because that new movie there's a new film called Odyssey coming out, and it's like I've seen the trailer of it, and it's like all Greek warriors and that.
Matt Damon and that.
As in Matt Damon is up in that, and then even the guy that plays Spider-Man is in it. Bro, them motherfucker. I'm on. We're gonna. Them dudes was coming up. Them dudes was coming out the grave in that. Basically, they showed you fucking warriors built back up coming out the graves.
Yeah.
That was,
You brothers just get what you got in it. And then
I ain't got. That's all
wrap
good,
up.
bro.
I got one.
Yeah.
Romans 13:11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
Huh?
There you go.
So it's literally, it's here, man. Inside.
Yep.
You got anything on?
Nah. That's it.
Alright. So yeah, Lord willing, keep it going. If it will be next week. But yeah, man. Shalom.
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 Bro, all I know is if we die in this, it's like.